ultimately, we have to remember something that happened a long time ago. And that something was declassified. It was called Operation Northwoods. It was declassified in 1997. Operation Northwoods was a 1962 U.S. Department of Defense plan that proposed having false flag attacks on American soil, using U.S. assets to justify a full-scale war with who? With Cuba. You see, Cuba is heavily involved in Venezuela, and a lot of this quote-unquote trafficking is, and a lot of some of the political bullcrap that's been going on is really between Cuba and Venezuela, as they're relying on each other and they're working together in ways that don't really help them that much because they're still both broke ass countries. But they collaborate together. And so the route into Cuba is first by deactivating the little bit of support that they do have from Venezuela. Venezuela is the route to Cuba. They tried this in the 60s, but JFK said no. It's not a conspiracy theory. It was a signed, written proposal in a declassified document that anyone can look up. It was written by U.S. Joint Chief of Staff, okay? And the chairman at the time was General Lyman Lemitzer. It was submitted to the Secretary of Defense by Robert McNamara, and it was supposed to be approved by President John F. Kennedy. And the document was stamped, boop, top secret. Interesting, huh? Interesting. They tried to take Cuba back then, and it didn't work out too well. So they had the Bay of Pigs, which was another attempt, and that flip-flopped like a pancake. Embarrassing for the United States, totally embarrassing. And I'm sure their partners, their chosen partners from the other side didn't like their failure. They probably had to humble them and get them on the knees, make them get their knee pads out and get them going to work on them a little bit to, ease their pain for failing. So they were going to have fake terror attacks in the United States, right here. They were going to bomb, in this declassified document, they were going to bomb Miami and Washington, D.C., with several other cities. Miami, because Miami is closest to Cuba. They were going to sabotage civilian targets and place all of the blame on Cuba. And that would have justified the attack against Cuba. The chosen ones have been trying to get their hands on Cuba for quite some time. They knew that they would have to go through Argentina to get to Cuba, and now they finally have their puppet in place to make it happen.